Many people know about the Great Pyramids of Egypt and the ancient Egyptian civilization. Not many people know about the ancient Chinese civilization and their inventions that changed the world. In this video, we will show you 7 ancient Chinese inventions that changed the world. If you enjoy this video, then be sure to like it and subscribe to our channel. We make videos about ancient archaeological findings and discoveries, mysterious ancient places and civilizations, and so much more. It's true. The ancient Chinese invented paper, gunpowder, compass, and printing. There is some debate about who invented paper, but most historians agree that Cai Lun was one of the first to invent a paper-making device that created continuous sheets of paper. It's hard to believe, but gunpowder was actually invented accidentally by alchemists, who were looking for a way to create immortality. The compass was invented during the spring and autumn period in China, between 770 BC and 446 BC. Printing is a process for reproducing images or text onto a surface using a matrix or mold. This technology has revolutionized the way we communicate and share information. Silk is a luxurious fabric that is made from the cocoons of silkworms. After this disaster occurred, the Chinese wanted to find a way to predict earthquakes in order to better protect themselves. Zhang Heng was a Chinese polymath, astronomer, mathematician, engineer, and geographer, and he invented the first earthquake detector. His invention consisted of a large bronze vessel that was filled with water and had 8 tripods attached to its sides. The mechanical clock is a device that uses gears and other mechanical components to measure time. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an exciting episode. It was invented in China around 100 CE, and it quickly became very popular. From the compass to gunpowder, many of the things we take for granted today would not be possible without the ancient Chinese. Their inventions changed the world as we know it and helped to shape the course of human history. Mechanical clocks were used to tell the time, but they were also used to keep track of dates and even to predict astronomical events. The mechanical clock is still used today in many parts of the world, and it remains one of the most important inventions of ancient China. When an earthquake occurred, the water would slosh and the tripods would bang against each other. This alerted people that an earthquake had happened. And did you know that the Chinese kept the secret of how to make silk for over 4,000 years? But what about the more mundane items that we use every day? For example, did you know that the ancient Chinese also invented the wheelbarrow? And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an exciting episode. The stirrup is a simple device that consists of a loop or a bracket that is attached to the saddle of a horse. It allows the rider to hold on to the horse with his legs instead of just sitting on the animal. This makes it much easier to control the horse and also allows the rider to keep their balance. Stirrups were first used in China around 200 BCE, and they quickly spread to other cultures. They are now used by almost all horsemen around the world. The wheelbarrow is a simple machine that consists of a small cart with a single wheel. It's used for transporting goods and materials, and it's believed that it was invented in China around 2000 BCE, before the wheelbarrow was invented. People had to carry their goods on their backs or use animal power to transport them. This was not only inefficient, but also very hard work. The wheelbarrow made it much easier to move heavy loads, and it quickly became an essential tool for builders, farmers, and other laborers. In fact, the wheelbarrow is still used today in many parts of the world. It may not seem like a very exciting invention, but it's hard to imagine life without it. That's right. Ancient Chinese were the only ones who knew how to make silk for centuries, and they guarded their knowledge closely. They even went so far as to kill anyone who tried to leave China with silkworm eggs. However, by the 6th century BCE, the secret was out, and the Persians, Indians, and Egyptians were all making silk as well. Silk has remained a popular fabric throughout history, and is still used to make clothing, accessories, and home furnishings. Printing allowed the mass production of books, newspapers, and other printed materials, which helped to spread knowledge and ideas throughout China and eventually the rest of the world. The printing press was invented in China during the Song dynasty. This invention is credited to a man named Bai Sheng, who created movable type made out of wood that could be used to print multiple copies of the same page. The earliest recorded use of a compass was in the 4th century BC, when it was used for divination. However, it quickly became apparent that the compass could be used for much more than just telling the future. A compass is a tool that uses a magnetic needle or pointer to indicate direction. This makes it extremely useful for travelers, sailors, and anyone else who needs to know where they are going. The compass is one of the most important inventions in history because it helped humans explore and navigate the world around them. During the process, they combined saltpeter, sulfur, and charcoal. All items commonly found in kitchens at the time, and discovered that when combined, they produced a powerful explosion. Gunpowder has had a huge impact on warfare throughout history. First, the Chinese used it to create fireworks and other celebratory items, but soon after, they began incorporating it into weapons such as bows and arrows, grenades, and firearms. Although gunpowder has been used for both good and bad purposes, there's no denying that it is one of the most important inventions of ancient China. This made paper much more accessible and affordable, which allowed it to spread throughout China and the rest of the world. Today, we use paper for countless things, including money, wrapping gifts, toilet paper, and much more. These are known as the 4 Great Inventions of ancient China. They are inventions that had an enormous influence around the globe and have helped shape the world that we live in today. So if you enjoy this video, then be sure to like it and subscribe. Now let's dive into the amazing world of ancient China. Did you know that many of your school books were printed with a technique that was invented 14,000 years ago? Paper was invented in China during the Eastern Han Dynasty. The second invention of the 4 Great Inventions was gunpowder. The third invention of the 4 Great Inventions is the compass. Lastly, the fourth invention of the 4 Great Inventions is printing. But these aren't the only inventions that the ancient Chinese came up with. If you've ever seen a beautiful piece of clothing or fabric, chances are it was made of silk. One day, an earthquake struck China so hard that it caused major damage to buildings and other structures. When we think of ancient Chinese inventions, we often think of incredible creations like gunpowder and the compass. Did you know that the ancient Chinese also invented the stirrup? Lastly, the ancient Chinese also invented the mechanical clock. Now it's time to test your knowledge. Which ancient Chinese invention do you think is the most important? Let us know in the comments below. Throughout history, the Chinese have been known for their many inventions and innovations. Do you know of any other ancient Chinese inventions? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Till next time.